What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Off the Gridiron, your Apollo Houston Texans football podcast. I'm your guy. I'm your Texans boy, Garrett. I'm always here. What's up? And I have Josh with me today.
What's up? I am chairman of the Woody Marks fan club.
He is. We selected him. There was a democracy in place,
Yeah.
and we elected him to be in charge of that and doing that thing and all that.
Yep.
And we're doing the Clockwork Orange thing with him still, and we made him watch a win finally.
Yes, I finally, I got to experience a win. This
A win!
year. A win.
A win. That's a win. That's a win.
A
baby.
win is a win. It doesn't matter who it was against. Don't look at that. Don't worry about that.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Brian. Doesn't matter, Brian. We won. First game of the season, or first win of the season, I mean. New season starts for week 5, which you don't really say that a lot, but season starts now. The Texans won week 4 against the Tennessee Titans, 26 to goose egg, to 0.
To nothing, which is the biggest thing for me is like the strength of the Texans is the defense. So if that keeps going and looking as good as it does, I feel like anything can follow that.
Mm-hmm.
And the offense looked better. You scored the most points you've scored all season, and you allowed the least points you've allowed all season.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. That's a W.
Yeah, it was a great win. Like I said, doesn't matter who it is. A win is a win. You celebrate those.
Yeah.
You take those no matter what.
It's the first step.
It's a first step to actually improving and doing something this season if we wanted to still, which I will, we're going to get into a little bit, but I'm still a believer in the Houston Texans this year. This game it bought me back in a little bit.
Well,
what I saw before this was a team searching for answers, spiraling a little bit. Every loss was one score, which is even tougher.
Yep.
Losing those one-score games. You drop a few
a
season. It's
a
like
one-run game in baseball. It's like ugh.
Yeah, you look at those and you're like, oh man, we could have had those 3 in a row to start off the season. That's rough. That's terrible. Went into this game against an even worse Tennessee Titans team, and we made them look way worse. We looked like the clearly the best team on the field, very confident team. The way I describe it is afterwards and towards the end of the game, this was a much-needed win for the boys' confidence.
Yeah.
The confidence levels right now are getting better. They're getting higher.
I mean,
they needed that one.
It was a must-win. We talked about in the last pod, previewing this game, that the only team ever to go 0-4 and make the playoffs, I think, was the 92 Chargers.
1992 San Diego Chargers. Yeah.
Which is like, okay, well, I'm sure they knew those statistics as well, and they're looking at it like, we have to win this game. So at the very least, you went into a must-win game and you shut them out, which is a very, very good sign.
The first shutout, and for the first Texans shutout since November 2010. Coincidentally against the Tennessee Titans, yeah.
I had no idea it had been that long.
That was the game that Andre Johnson beat the hell out of Cortland Finnegan.
It was that game?
That was that game.
If that's not a good omen for the season, I don't know what is.
It's definitely that's probably a lot of people's favorite memory in the Texans history. There's not a lot of good ones.
Unfortunately,
but that one, the image of Andre Johnson beating Cortland Finnegan's ass and that whole sequence playing out, it's a lot of people's favorites. So it's pretty good sign, I'd say, for this to be the first shutout since then against the same team. Lots of key things to talk about with this game. Josh, what stood out to you the most in the 26-0 shutout?
Outside of, I feel like there's two very obvious things. There's the defense being the defense. Not even allowing a field goal.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Obviously, they had 2 decent chances at a field goal that he just whiffed on. Who's their guy?
Joey Sly.
Yeah, and he was pretty accurate, one of the most accurate guys. So him missing those was interesting.
He's rattled. He was rattled.
They weren't gimmies though.
Rattled.
I think it was like a 48 yarder and like a 42 yarder. Outside of the defense, I think everybody knows the biggest standout, Woody Marks.
It's Woody Marks. How can you go for a 25-minute podcast and not immediately bring up Woody Marks?
119 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. He had his longest rush was 18 yards, which is like, look, close your eyes for a second. The Houston Texans have a running back who can find the hole, has vision, can make quick cuts, and scramble for minimum like 7 to 12 yards every time. Who is that?
I'm looking at Aaron Foster right now.
Yeah,
I'm looking
exactly
at Aaron
who
Foster
you're looking
right
at,
now.
baby.
Yeah,
that's who you're looking at.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw a lot of similarities. Just
that cut on that touchdown.
Yeah, great balance. He just
maybe
has
do a Berman.
Whoop whoop. He had a great display of balance, shiftiness that we really needed. Nick Chubb wasn't. I mean, Nick Chubb he's been pretty good this year.
He's been solid. He has not been bad.
He's been more of the the gritty, dirty yards,
third down back.
Yeah, grinding it out. Yeah, he doesn't display the shiftiness that he used to, but pre-injury. Woody Marks was that spark plug that we needed. I mean, there's numerous spark plugs that happened for this game, but the first one, obviously, Woody Marks. And for weeks, we've been seeing what Woody Marks can do with the limited play time that he's getting and the limited touches, and we're saying, why not put him in more? He's an obvious spark plug kind of player who can give us he can light a match just by touching the ball and just burn everything. And also his pass protection.
Yeah.
We saw him nail a guy in week 2 against Tampa Bay. I forgot who it was. Saw him nail a guy, and we saw Dari Ungabawali get wrecked by a guy.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, why not put Woody Marks in those kind of situations instead of Dari?
He did it again this week.
Did it again. He provided a great block.
Planted his feet.
Yeah, planted his feet, provided a great block, gave CJ a little bit more time, and he ended up scrambling for a first down.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
So, imagine.
It's kind of – and that it's building. It's building.
Yeah.
Woody Marks is gaining the trust of the coaching staff. He's gaining the trust of Nick Caley and D'Amico Ryans. He's gaining that confidence in them, and they will absolutely play him more. And before the season, the way we traded for him, because we traded a future third-round pick to trade up for him.
Yes.
So we obviously thought very highly of him.
What pick was he?
He was a fourth rounder.
Fourth rounder.
But we ended up we moved up in the draft, and we traded away a future third, which that's a vote a vote of confidence we're giving into that player.
Yeah, and then we were saying, last week, or I think it was last week. I know you've been saying it for a bit, but like, if you're making those moves, if you're drafting these guys higher up, and you're saying, we believe in this guy, we need to move up and draft him, why aren't you playing him?
Yeah.
And then now you play him.
It's kind of like,
he comes through.
Yeah, it's, because it was supposed to be, our draft picks were supposed to be, okay, well, this is what our offense is going to be built on, our new look offense.
Yeah.
And when they weren't playing Woody Marks and they weren't playing Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll, it's a head scratcher, because you're playing it in guys who are obviously, pickups and scraps from other teams like Justin Watson and other players, but it was just a head scratcher. So it's good to finally see one of the guys break out in a big way, and going off of that, Jaden Higgins caught his first NFL touchdown on a slot fade that
he had
CJ,
one target. And he got the one target for one reception and one touchdown. That's
efficient. All you need. And CJ, according to D'Amico Ryans, CJ called that play. He checked him in, and he called it at the line, and he sent him on the slot fade. That's great. It's great. That's great
that
optics.
To me is like everybody that has been clowning on CJ and talking about maybe it was a one-hit wonder, like maybe he's not going to find that again. That right there tells me he's not only smart enough, but he can, see the defense. He knows his playbook. He knows his receivers. He can plan out that sort of thing and make it happen. And that just makes me feel so excited for the rest of the year as Higgins grows, as this new offense grows.
Yeah, no, it's big, because we know that if you keep CJ upright and you play well and guys play well around him, he will deliver the throws. He's done it since Rancho Cucamonga high school days. He's done it since then. He's been great and accurate in the pocket. Just got to give him the time to do it. And in the second half, we definitely did that. In fact, statistics are showing that with each game, we allow less and less pressure rate for CJ. So There is steady improvement with offensive line. Ed Ingram has been a standout. Arion. I don't know. I don't know where we got him. I don't know. He was just one of those guys that you started playing in training camp, and I was like, wait, where did we get him from? And as a Texans guy who has a podcast, I don't remember. Where we got Ed Ingram, but thank God we got him, because so far he's been playing better than Shaq Mason and Kenyon Green last year.
Yeah.
So he's been an improvement. Ariante Ursary had a good game. Didn't allow.
Ursary's growing.
He's getting better. He had a rough week 3 against Jacksonville, but good this week. And that's. I don't care if it gets the Titans, who are 0-4, and they're going to have maybe the first overall pick, and we got Brian Callahan fired maybe. I don't care if it's against them. It's big for those guys. Oh,
to do it, as a rookie, to do it in a real NFL game. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. To do it once, to have a successful game, to have successful snaps, to run through your playbook successfully, and know what that play is how it's supposed to go. Now you have that, and that can build your confidence moving forward. We're like, okay, we did this play. I knew where I was supposed to be, who I was supposed to, block, whatever. We learned how to read a defense,
Like, I know my assignments. I know how hard I need to go.
Winning breeds winning,
Exactly. And, as Astros fans, we've seen it for years.
Yeah.
And with Texans now, it's the same thing with this new core squad that we have. These guys are finding their way back. Looking at C.J. Stroud's numbers, who had by far his best game of the season, without a shadow of a doubt. 22 for 28 for 233 yards, 2 touchdowns. Only got sacked twice. 125.1 QB rating. That's his best. I mean, that he did very well. That was a big game for C.J. when he had that touchdown pass to Jaden Higgins. He even flexed on him.
He did.
So C.J. is getting his confidence back. That's the C.J. That's the C.J. that was rookie, not afraid, was getting in guys' faces. That linebacker on Denver, whatever his name was, when he got in C.J.'s face and he wasn't backing down. That's hungry, confident C.J. that I miss seeing. And to go off of the Jaden Higgins touchdown, he's going to see more playing time because of that touchdown and also his run blocking. I don't know if you were paying attention to his run blocking.
No,
just
I didn't
you
see that.
And the audience. He put Arden Key, who's an outside linebacker, on his ass on a run play, just holding his own, blocking. Great blocking as a wide receiver, and that's what Nick Caley really wants his receivers to do.
Yeah,
like you block, you get the rock. He wants these guys to put their body on the line and grit and grind their way to first downs, no matter if they're getting the ball or not. And that's Jaden Higgins showing. Jaden Higgins is run blocking. He's taking touchdowns. He's housing them.
To me, he's
big. It's big.
At worst, you're wide receiver 3 right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't have him in there all the time as your wide receiver 3.
I think he's slowly building his way up to wide receiver 2 status.
I agree. I think Kirk has him seniority, how much you paid for him or, traded, whatever. Where he's at, Kirk obviously has him at wide receiver 2 right now. But, I wouldn't be surprised by Week 7, Week 8, Jaden Higgins is right there with Nico getting 50 to 100 yards a game, and they're a 1-2 punch. That
would be fantastic.
That's what it should be.
And it seems like every time he does catch a ball, it's a big chunk play. It goes for 20-plus yards or something like that. So expect more Jaden Higgins. That was a big game for him, a big game for his confidence. It was a slump buster. It was a slump buster for a lot of guys. Including the defense, which before we get to that, because I do have some very interesting points about the defense. Josh, can I talk to you about something real quick?
Yeah, talk to me.
So it's football season.
All right.
And I love playing games and winning money.
I do too.
So I'm going to look at Underdog for the rest of NFL season. Underdog, let me tell you about it. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Let me tell you, we have a Thursday game coming up.
Yeah,
it's a great matchup. 49ers and Rams.
Okay.
I like Puka receptions higher. Okay. Because he's been killing it. That guy Puka, man. Do you have one for me?
Yeah, give me McCaffrey receptions.
Receptions.
I took that last week, and I really like that. I think when in doubt, Purdy dumps it off to McCaffrey. He's going to get his receptions.
Yeah, I like that too. You can make those entries. You can put them in. Just don't Just don't blame us if they fail. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. I've been playing Underdog for a few weeks now. I love it. It's so much fun. We actually have the Tigers and Guardians game going.
Yep.
And I've got a few entries for that. So
yeah, I mean,
it's
Scooble 14Ks.
I almost took that. I almost took his higher, and I did not.
That's all right.
But
that's all right.
yeah, no, you can stay tuned at the end of the video for a special promo code that you can get. Promo code OTG, by the way. But stay tuned. We're going to tell you more about it. But yes, Underdog. Make picks, win money. Back to Matt Burke. Matt Burke.
Back to Matt Burke.
Yeah, Matt Burke.
Okay.
Special thing about the defense, obviously it was the shutout, but after the game, after the fact, we found out that Matt Burke, our defensive coordinator, he actually took over defensive play calling.
Which is, how big of a deal is that, do you think? Do you think that's over?
Huge.
Okay, so
Huge.
we do think that's a really big deal.
I think D'Amico was he was the defensive play caller before.
Prior. Obviously.
I think he was too blitz. He was too blitz crazy. He's too blitz crazy. I think a lot of our blitzes were creating problems. Sending the house. It's great when you have monsters like Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr.
Yeah, but then it opens you up to those big plays at the end of the game, the fourth quarter.
Exactly, like the 4th and 10. Baker Mayfield. I know Henry To'oTo'o should have made the tackle. I'm tired of hearing about it. But the fact of the matter is Matt Burke would have called that. I think would have called that better in that situation than D'Amico Ryans.
See, I was looking at it more of as a positive because Miko not having to focus so much on the defense lets him kind of be more available during games to the rest of the team, to paying attention more on the offensive side, just little things like noticing how a player is running, like little things that he can kind of be freed up to pay attention to and be more present, I think, for his team overall when he's not having to be so focused on what play am I calling now and then where's their offense at and what play should I call now, what play should I plan for, 2 plays from now. Like, not having to focus so much on all those little details, I think frees him up to be the head coach, to be the guy that's leading the team,
Definitely. And that's another thing that's interesting about his play calling. He blitzed less this week.
Yeah.
Less blitzes, and I think prior to the Monday night games, I don't know how those shook out with this current ranking, but we allowed the second to the Lions, but we allowed the second least EPA.
Oh, okay.
With less blitzes.
Yeah.
That's definitely noteworthy.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like it's great to blitz a lot, but instead of over blitzing, but blitzing in more efficient places, allows everything else to kind of fall into a better place. I'm new with NFL. I'm new diving deep in the NFL. I've been obviously watching NFL my whole life, but so I know what EPA is. I've learned that in the past year or so.
Yeah, it's just definitely debate.
It's kind of like
to boil it down. Yeah, it's just the efficiency of the higher the EPA and the more advanced it gets. The higher. Yeah, the better you are as an offensive unit.
So defending EPA. Allowing less EPA sounds like exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, which I think it was like -3 or something. Don't quote me on that. But we had the second with Matt Burke calling plays defensively. We had the second best ranked defense of Sunday, efficiency speaking.
Really excited to see that against. No offense to the Titans, but against a real team.
Yeah, going forward. Yeah, going forward.
It's really good. Like, they did exactly what you should do against the Titans, and what the Titans scored more on better teams. You could say.
They've been on the road. They went on the road against Denver, who I was told they have the best defense in the NFL, and they scored 12 points.
Yeah,
against Denver.
So
it's definitely noteworthy that we shut out the Titans. Even though they had a new offensive play caller.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care about that. The defense played very well.
I'm excited to see the future of that.
I am too. I mean, against the Baltimore Ravens, but it's looking like Lamar's not going to be playing.
It's still Derrick Henry. You still got to stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
no matter who's quarterback.
He is like. I mean, he's I mean, he's like most wanted. He's like our biggest op around here as a Texans fan. So definitely going to be looking forward to that. Some defensive stats. Daniil Hunter had 2 sacks, got a game ball. He had 2 TFLs. Jalen Petrie, 2 TFLs. Derek Stingley got his first pick of the year, even though I honestly didn't think he was going to play before. He wasn't barely practicing all week long.
Yeah, what was his issue?
He had an oblique.
Oblique
Side, rib, something like that.
That was a tipped INT, right? I think it was batted
It was tipped because Cam Ward actually threw a great laser to, I think it was Iomanor, and it went right through his hands, and Stingley was right there.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But we'll take those.
Good hands, Sting.
Yeah, and, Derek Stingley, he only gets better as the year goes on,
Yep.
so that's his first one. He's going to be looking for more interceptions pretty soon. Just all around, just a great defensive effort from the boys. I know, like I said, Titans. I know. But it's very noteworthy that this is the first shutout in 15 years, almost 15 years for the Texans. Yeah. So
I just assumed with how good the defenses have been, over the years, it would happen once against a bad Jags team or something like.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's
crazy.
Yeah, it's so 15 years, our first shutout, and it is against the Titans. Fuck the Titans. I hate the Titans. All my homies hate the Titans. I don't care. Other than that, I mean, there is just not enough. Like we keep saying, this is a slump buster, confidence builder.
Yeah.
I saw the post. I don't know if you saw this. I saw the post game speech, locker room thing after the.
I didn't see that. I was watching the pressers. I didn't see
looked
that.
like any other win from last year or the season prior.
Good.
So everyone is still locked in. D'Amico he gave a good fiery speech about building on it, winning more, and steadily improving. Which that's what we're looking like. The Texans are doing right now, steadily improving with each week. Even though like the Jaguars game was god awful, this game was totally night and day. If we played like we did against the Jaguars, we probably wouldn't have won this game. Maybe we would have won, but not by not in the fashion that we did.
Maybe CD was the issue.
Maybe. Maybe we needed to get him out. Maybe, it's just maybe obviously Woody Marks playing him more.
Yeah.
Letting your rookies play. Letting them go out there and make plays and trusting them with
just made
the
me
game.
feel very good. It made me feel very excited for what's to come. And you'll be back with a preview on Friday.
On Friday we were doing a preview for the Baltimore game.
I'm excited to preview that. I'm excited to look into who is the Ravens' backup.
Cooper Rush, whom we actually played last year when he was on the Cowboys, and we won 34-10. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean
the Ravens have offensive weapons and they have the kind of offensive weapons that doesn't require that crazy of an arm. Zay Flowers gets in open space and he's dangerous.
Derrick Henry. Mark Andrews can give you fits.
Yeah.
No.
So it's not going to be a walk in the park without Lamar there, but it is. Does make it a lot easier. I'll say that.
Definitely.
That'll be fun to preview next week.
We'll talk more about it on Friday when we release that episode. But going one more thing is talking about that victory speech in the locker room from D'Amico. Gave away 2 game balls, one to Daniil, the other to Woody Marks, obviously.
Good.
First one that was congratulating them was none other than number 7, Pastor 7, CJ Stroud. Seems like we got him all the way back in. No hat after the game.
Yeah, thank you.
No hat after the game.
I mean, of course, at this point, you can just wear whatever hat because
he can at any time, at any moment of his life, he can do that, and he shouldn't have to be able to read social media people saying, "Oh, you curse the Astros." Like, no, the Astros curse the Astros. He has nothing to do with it. Like we were already kings of the IL before training camp, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, huge confidence builder going into Baltimore, and then the bye week after that. Ending up at the bye week at 2-3 would be huge. Huge. It's a lot better than 1-4 and God forbid 0-5.
Yeah.
That would just be.
Just be a shit over at that point.
That would be a shit sandwich. Shit sandwich.
When we preview on Friday, that'll be fun to look over. We can talk through, what that Ravens game looks like, and then you got the bye week and how the rest of the year might look. But great win.
Yeah. I'm famished. I'm famished. You know where I'm going after this?
Where you going?
I'm going to Big City Wings.
Oh,
Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, the best wings in Houston. There's numerous locations, and they're all great to watch sports, just like the rest of the week for postseason baseball.
yeah, playoff baseball.
Great beer, great appetizers, great service, and, of course, the best wings in Houston. So thank you, Big City Wings, for sponsoring this episode. Tell them Apollo sent you.
Yep.
And also, once again, thank you, Underdog. Great. I just can't wait to get back on the app after we cut the cameras, and make more entries and win more and make more money. So thank you for powering this episode of Off the Gridiron. Josh, feel good?
I feel great.
This is the first Victory Tuesday.
So season started this week.
Season is starting.
Go 1-0 every
I
week.
still believe, I don't want to get too crazy on camera, because before the camera was rolling, I said we were going 10-7 and winning the division. And I just put that out there. I don't care. But
they weren't. It's not like they weren't going to lose 3 games this season, anyways. So
exactly,
they got out of the way early.
We got them. We got the yips out of the way.
We'll see what happens.
We're steadily building. I love it. Stay tuned for the preview episode on Friday. I think we're gonna jump on out of here.
All right.
Go Texans. Watch Texans. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code OTG to score $100 in bonus funds and entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code OTG. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska. 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Again, thank you so much to Underdog, and get out there and win some money. Do it.
OTG.